What's up, everybody? Al the Power 78 coming at you. This is my Excel spreadsheet. I'll probably make a tiny series on this because there's some stuff I'm still trying to learn. Let me get you over here to the Excel spreadsheet. These are the things I'm going to show you because when I was in the military, in the Marine Corps, I wish I already knew this. So that's why I'm making it. And I wish I knew how to do this while I was in before I started doing it. But since I learned while I was making this big spreadsheet, I decided to teach you these things. Like some of it's going to be converting tables. So this is a spreadsheet, and I'm going to convert it into a table. Yeah, this is just data on a spreadsheet. You convert it into a table, you could do more with it, and it's easier, saves some time. These are the lookups I'm going to teach you. So we're going to go with those first. And I hope this works out and helps people that was in the military or any training environment. So let's go into the main table and we'll talk about training afterwards. What I know is that in every company or branch of service or anywhere, there's a ranking table. Why? Because you got the CEO. Sometimes like Facebook will have the founder, Mark Zuckerberg, whatever his last name is. Uh, and then you have the chairman, whoever his chairman, and the CEO. I mean, he might be doing dual hats. Like, I don't know if he still does it, but the person that started FedEx was a Marine, and he was the president, CEO, and chairman. So he did, so he was in charge of everything. And FedEx blew up, so that's pretty cool. So I'm just saying, not because he was in the Marines, but because I know that story as a recruiter, I told it. So basically, what I wanted to do was I wanted to figure out from here where this rank stood from this table. Okay, so this is what I did originally. First thing I did was I put it equals VLOOKUP. Now, at the time frame, it was like 2009, and I believe Office 2010 just came out. So I didn't have XLOOKUP. But I'm going to teach you XLOOKUP because I wish I had it, and it's a little bit better. And I'm going to tell you why it's better when I get to it. But first, what I did was I put XLOOKUP. As you start typing it, right? And you press the L, you put the equal signs, type L. If you press the tab button, it'll fill it up and open the parentheses, the beautiful opening parentheses. And the first thing it says right here, it gives you a little like what you need to do. First thing it says is the lookup value. Well, I want to know what this is, and I'm gonna leave that right here. This is called a reference value. It's referencing this cell. So let's press comma there because I want it like that. But I want to look up this in this table or this sheet that I did, this data right here, from A2 to B12. Now, the one thing I want to do is I definitely want to make this what we call an absolute value. Okay. Matter of fact, let's Control Z that or Control Z that, and I'm gonna show you why you want that. So let's press comma, and I'm gonna go make an absolute value afterwards. Now, this is the whole table. Both from here to here is the table that it made, right? It's the table array that it made. Now it's asking you from what table does it make it? Do you want to find it in? And this is why it kind of sucks because you can only go from left to right. So it's either this index, column index, or this column index. Well, I want to return the numbers, so it's column 2. There's another thing called match, would have made it easier. But for looking at it in like somebody else's eyes, trying to understand the formula, I think they could understand this if I explain it to them better. All right, it was easier to explain. That's why I kept using it. So now that you do that, what you want to do is type in the word false, because what you want here is an exact lookup. I close the parentheses, press enter, and yes, the PFC is what? Yep, he's a 10. So I'm going to drag this down so you can see some errors. Okay. Now, is most of this correct? Is Lance Corporal 9? Yes, he is. What is the problem with this, though? The problem is is that because this right here is not an absolute value and it's a reference value, let me show you step by step. Reference value, B2, B3, B4. You want that to change because you want it to go over to the right. Right? You wanted this to be down one from the right. But this is a table that you don't want to change. So if all I have to do, this is only if you mess up, all I have to do is highlight that. I honestly could just highlight the 2 and up to the B and then just hold function in F4. and it'll make it an absolute value. You press enter on that, and then if you go all the way down, as you can see, I have to copy and paste it. That's a waste of time. So before I even get into the next one, the one that I would use, and I prefer using over even match, is the XLOOKUP. What I would like to do is I would like to actually come here and make this a table. This is only data on a spreadsheet. So if I hold down the control button and press the T, it's gonna automatically see that there's a number, this data here, there's data here, so there's data here. So it's gonna say, let's go all the way down here, and then let's go all the way down here because it wants to match it up. Then it asks, does a table have headers? Yes, mine does, as you can see. When I press OK, it's going to bring up this ugly ass table. Pardon my French. It's going to be this ugly table. I don't like this table. It's good. It's all right. But I don't like that. I want to leave it like this for now. And I probably will go back to something else. Now, how do you know it got changed to the table besides that? If you look at your data down here, I'm bringing it up so you can see the bottom because I know my beautiful face is around here. This right here, as you can see, it has this little mark, and that's how you know it'd be turned into a table as well. If you forgot to, if you had it automatically defaulted to this. So now that it's defaulted, and now that it's converted to a table, and I got the table I want, what I'm going to show you is the XLOOKUP, and I'm going to explain why it's better since I'm here. XL, let's go. I press XL, equal sign to XL, and a tab, and it gives you that beautiful opening parentheses. And it's the same part, the lookup array. Now, because you're in a table, it's saying at the rank column, okay? But it already knows it's the one next to it, okay? It's the one next to it. This Excel already knows this. So let's press comma here. Here's the lookup array right here. Now, what I could do, and what I'm gonna do to show you something is I'm gonna also turn this into a table right here. So let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, I don't care what this looks like. Let's make it orange, just because I want to make it orange. So let's just do that formula game. XL tab before the press. We're gonna click right here. All right. Now we don't have to worry about doing the F4 or control F4. With the F4, I have to press function, so function F. But it doesn't matter. It's just really the F4 key. So instead of doing that, what's the lookup array I want to do? All right. But I want to highlight all that because I want the whole array. You know what? Let's try with just that. Well, what's the comma going at? Right here. Now, what's the return array? This side right here. Position. I hope this works. I don't know if it works. I never tested it out. Let's find out. All right. So the good thing about putting things at the table, first of all, it makes it simpler. It might look like it's hard, it really is not, because you're clicking on a thing and it's going to fill out that formula for the whole table. All right. Now, the return array was that. Now, if I press comma one more time, it's going to ask me what I want to see if none of that, if that's not found in this table. Well, because I want to make it professional, I want to put rank. Let's type error there, right there. And you have to do it in quotation marks because what they're doing is, you have to do it in quotation marks, it becomes a string, but you go into that when you learn how to do the formulas and understand that. The match mode is basically like the false and true. Well, it's defaulted to exact match, so we don't have to worry about that either. We close the parentheses, and then we press enter. Now, the reason that all this became errors and the values and everything is because I didn't have the same side highlighted. And this realized it doesn't have everything highlighted because it's doing a reference value. So this is the only thing you really have to change. Let's go to table 4 here. Let's go here. Let's click ranking sheet. And let's highlight the whole thing, right? Table 4, rank 4. And that's a good thing. You get also to name your tables. I'll get into that right after that. And then you want to come over here now. Right, highlight this, and then highlight this. So now it's looking for the rank in the whole table. I had a feeling that was gonna happen, but I wasn't 100% sure. So now we learned something together. So basically what happened is that it's not looking for everything here because Excel already knows that you need a whole array to really figure out what's going on. So that's what's going on there. Okay. Now if I press enter, everything gets fixed. But you notice how it fixed it for the whole, every single row. Okay, every single row is done. Bada boom, bada bing. That's why I use that. All right. So that's taken care of now. We figure out the error. Let's say that we had la la la, and we accidentally typed that in because somebody made us laugh while we was doing the spreadsheet. See how this changed to rank error? Good. Let's put Control Z and let's go back. The reason that's good is because now you know that that rank is not in this table or the formula is wrong. Usually it's probably not in this table. So let's say this guy gets promoted to major, it's not in this table. So, you know, what I actually did was my ranking sheet went from colonel all the way down to private because, you know, ain't no general going to be in charge of a comp shop and probably not a colonel either. So let's just leave it like that. After I did this, I could do a custom sort right here. But I say, you know what? I'm not going to do the custom sort first. Let's figure out what we need here. What does this need or doesn't need? And also, I'm going to show you why you want to change need and don't need to like rifle need. But that's going to be later on. Need and don't need. What do we need? Every year, no matter what training it is, sexual harassment is every year. There's a lot of different trainings that have every year you have to do training. Some, like mine in the civilian world, was soldering. Every 2 years, I needed to get it recertified. On the swim date over here, it has levels. Level 1 actually meant you didn't have to swim for 4. You didn't have to take the test for every 4 years. However, there you go. Now I changed it, but level to me, I changed it around. I actually had the word level, and we changed it from 1 to equal level 1 to equal 4 years. So it's level 4 on this sheet. So every 4 years, this guy had to take a test. So what we're gonna do right now is gonna go into a formula, but this is called the if formula. Let's type in the if and press tab for the beautiful opening parentheses. And what you do, you're doing a logical test. You're trying to figure out if this value right here, comma. Oh no, not comma. I'm sorry. I meant to put less than sign. You're gonna need a comma sooner or later, and I'll show you when. Is less than today. Now today is a function inside Excel spreadsheet. So if you type in tab, it's gonna give you open parentheses because you could put things in there like format dates and stuff. We're just using it to recognize today day. And in Excel spreadsheets, today's date is literally like a big number, like 40 million or something. I don't really know, but it's a huge number. So it's recognized that as numbers instead of the way our date format is. So basically what we're trying to say here is today minus 365. Man, I'm going to press enter and I'm going to show you what the error is right afterwards. I'm doing this on purpose. So if I mess up on the next error, and then the next function, I press enter. It's missing a closing parentheses. Okay, let's put a closing parentheses here. Oh, it's missing something else. Okay, I know what is missing. Basically, what I didn't do in the if function is if you have two commas, basically it's just gonna do nothing if you do that, which is real stupid for you to do or for me to do. So what I want to see is if I want to see if it needs a training. So if this value is true, if it's saying that a year ago from today is when I took this test, then I want to put in the word need. So I know I need it. I mean, if it was over a year ago from today. If it's less than a year ago or today's date, I think today's date might mean need. So you could put less than or equals to minus 365 days. Then I put in the quotation marks, don't need. Made our lives easier, right? And then you close the parentheses, and now it fixes everything. So a year ago from today, yeah, that's over that. And this is very important, and I'll show you why when I do the pivot tables in this lesson. So this one right here, this beautiful formula right here, this if formula I'm about ready to do it here, is slightly different. And hopefully I don't mess it up again. Equals if, tab, beautiful open parentheses. The logical test is this date, all right? And this years to take is how many years they need before they have to take it again. Some training, like I said, is every year. And then swim squall, like if you're certified higher up, you probably don't have to take the test ever again. Some of them you have to take it every 4 years. So what I did is I put is less than. I could put equals down sign there too, but I also typed in today, right? And close parenthesis minus, and I did another open parentheses here, and I clicked on here because I want that formula to drag down and say okay. So every time I do that, it's gonna say this number now. You'll see in a second. So it's this times, as you can see right here, it's years to take. Unfortunately, there it goes right here, years to take, times 365. Close that parentheses, press comma, and then same thing, need, um, don't need, I don't care right now. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Close the parentheses, press enter. You can see this needs it, but this is every 2 years. So 2 years ago would be 2021. This guy needs it, February 15th. So that was that. So now I'm gonna show you how to do something else. It's called conditional formatting. Ain't I such a swell guy? You know what, before I do that, this table is called table 3. Let's change the name to the table to training. Let's see if that messes anything up. No, because now all the formulas should be, say, right for date, doesn't matter. It's still the same thing. Okay, there we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see how this looks over here. Okay, let's change the table name over here now. All right, let's change this table name over here. Let's put a lookup table. Let's just put that like that. Press enter. Okay, that means that should be the same. But look what it did. It changed the name automatically to lookup table. And that's what I was trying to explain to you. Also, you could name it tables the way you want to name it so you could understand. So this is main training table. I should put it that. There you go. But let me show you something else before I go into the custom sort. Okay? This is gonna be awesome for you guys. Let's say you had only one training set up and then you'll fix the rest of them later. Right? That's what your goal was. So just go to the home. This right here says conditional formatting. What we're gonna do is gonna go and make a highlight to the extra sub menu and go to equal to. The reason I put equal to and not contain was because, well, the header contains need. So we want to just put the word need in here. It doesn't matter, capitalize, lowercase. And says, see right here on this side, it already gives you pre-colors. You could actually custom format that. But I like that because red is usually a warning sign that says, yo, check me out, son. You know, green means usually good to go. So we're going to stay right there. We're conditional format that again with equals to, and we're going to type in don't need. See how that turned pink? No, we don't want that. We want to make this like Christmas. All right. Okay, so now you have all these other trainings that you did and had the needs and don't need formula added to them. So what do you want to do there? I got you. You want to, if you clicked on here and you go to conditional format and go down to manage rules, it'll automatically pull that up. If you click over here where that formatting thing is not there and you go to managing rules, it's like, what do you want? So you put this worksheet and it's basically, there you go. It's going to highlight where you're supposed to be. Now, how do you fix that? You put the comma in there and you highlight this. And let's do it for this one too. Let's just get them both out the way, right? And you press apply, bada boom, hero Christmas trees. I'm the Grinch that saved Christmas and I don't celebrate it. All right. Let me show you something else with tables that makes everything awesome before I do the custom sort. The same thing with columns. All right. If I typed in like Lance Corporal and press tab, everything, the number is supposed to be in the rank and order, and the needs and don't needs are going to be there until you fix the date. And you don't believe me? Let's fix that date. Let's put that 11/11/2019 and press enter. Don't need. See, and it changed it automatically. That was beautiful, but we're just going to delete this row because we don't need it. And what happens also, you didn't see, so let me do that one more time. All right. You see how it added the row and then this dropped one time? That's pretty cool. And that's the same thing that would happen if you do something in the column. Like if you added something in this column and put John, I don't know why John, but John 316, John Doe, whatever. It adds it to one more to the J column right here. And the cool thing is when you scroll down and it's a table, you notice how the table named headers go to the top of the table when you scroll down. When you have it on regular data, this stays A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So this is a little bit better like that. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that. Okay. Now we're going to go to custom sorting. All right. Custom sorting is pretty awesome. If I come here, it says sort by color. Why? It should just say custom sort. So right here, the reason I do custom sorts is because it makes it easier. One, you definitely want to go by position. But as you can see, there's multiple landscapers and privates and PFCs in the military in any branch. And there's multiple people that are just sales associates. So that's their position. And you want to, what the position number really is. I want to add levels because I want to do it by last names and then first names. All right. And sometimes it might even get more confusing. And so what I did was I put date of rank. So if you had picked up corporal something 2 months before the other guy, your name would probably pop up first, even though you guys, his name is AA and you're CB or something like that. I don't care. Because I did that with my spreadsheet. You press OK. You're going to notice right here that one captain. Let me see. Yep, the numbers are right. Everything looks beautiful. Now it's time to go to our last step. You know what I'm saying, baby? And the last step is going to be pretty cool. Let me get this out the way. Let me take that 2 out because originally when I did this video, it was not 2, but it automatically puts that because I put it in the table. So that's cool. And when you're doing Excel pivot tables, which we're going to do next, all right, like we're going to insert a pivot table. If you click anywhere in this and you say insert pivot table, you're going to put a new sheet and it's going to click on the training. If you're not in there and you press pivot table, it's going to say table range, blah, blah, blah. And you can just type in training. This is why I like it. No, you have to capitalize the sheet. It has to be the exact name format. Now if I press training, now if I come down here and put new worksheet, right? It knows that training is the name of this table. You press OK, and it's going to automatically generate. Hold on 1 second. Let me change this up a little bit. So I want you to see that. Okay, now we're there. Let's minimize that again. So here we go. And let's just go back over to this table, click on it, and then insert again, pivot table. And we're going to do it one more time. Oh, yeah, I want it right here. So I put 2 pivot tables on top of each other. Let's delete all that right there. All right. And I open a new sheet. Okay, now that's what I didn't want. I didn't put 2 tables. I opened a new sheet. I forgot to change something. Let's go back. This is what I did. So let's go back. Let's go to insert one more time. Let's go to pivot table, training, existing worksheet now. All right. So now we're underneath existing worksheet. And you want to click sheet 1. And then you want to click where you want it at right there. And now you click enter twice. And now you have 2 pivot tables there. Usually I don't like to do this unless I finish with 1. So you see need and don't need over here. That looks dumb on a pivot table, right? So first of all, let's change the name of this sheet to pivot sheet. All right, pivot sheet. Or I'll just put pivot for short. I know it's pivot sheet. And in the main table, let's change these right here to rifle need. Rifle needs. I just put rifle needs for now, and swim needs, so it won't be the same name, because you don't want to see needs 1. You want to be specific with it. That's why I did that, because I originally didn't do it specifically, and I realized it causes a headache. So you see, it still says rifle needs here. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to come here and click refresh. It changed, and let's click refresh here too, because it's basically the same thing, and you see it's changed there. So on this first pivot table is going to be for my rifle score. What I want in the rows is the rifle needs, don't need. And I want the rifle dates, all right? How many people need? 15, okay. And the thing is with this is I want to move this pivot table. So we're going to highlight it and press copy. And we're going to put it here. And we're going to press paste, okay? We can't cut it out, right? So I'm trying to cut it. Okay, I cut it out, and let's come here and let's put paste. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing right here with swim dates. Come here, um, swim needs right here, and it does the exact same thing. And this is why this is so important, and this is the best part about the whole video. Okay, if you save, if I save this right now, when I close and open it, or I send it to you in an email so you can open it, and this pops up, you're like, what the hell? This makes sense. Count of rifle dates, needs and don't need. Oh, these people need rifle scores. You could change this to, so as long as it's not something in there like qualification rifle needs or something like that, right? And yes, it's a little bit out. You just click like that and do the same thing over here, whatever. So smarter people, even though some people weren't smart, like, where the hell's the actual table? Like, oh, it's right here. And I had 72 people. So I had a lot of people with a lot more information. This I had birthdays, I had dated ranks, I had the 20 different trainings. This is just a small demonstration so you could see. All right. So I had a lot of people. So this would be nothing. I mean, it'll come all the way to over here, and it'll come all the way to something like 200 or 70 something or whatever, whatever. It'll be like over 100 like names because copy and paste, delete, whatever. When I learned how to transfer it to a table, convert it to a table, it made my life so much easier. So, because all I had to do was like, oh, let's just go back to that custom format. If I add somebody in the bottom, I have to do custom format again. I might show you in the next video how to do what they call it, a module or a macro so I could, press a button and have a button on there. Again, that make my life easier. That's all I'm trying to do. So this is the best part about it. So when they open this up, they get exactly what they want. I had every training in the pivot table, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and, all the way. They had to scroll down to see some more of them. And they said, so what good is this for? Like, well, it gives you a visualization of how many people need the rifle training, right? And he goes, okay, well, I see the people that need it. We need 15 people need it. Who the hell are they? Sir, double click the 15. Opens it up. Now, when the rifle score comes, I'm going to find out another way how to not open the swim date sections up too because they had like so much of the training. So it just made that sheet so much bigger. Not only when you double click it, it gives you a brand new sheet. And it also, since it's in a table, it gives you some of them are correctly there, but it also gives you a chance to filter it. But he's gonna be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool, but how do I know who needs it the most?" Well, people that need to get promoted need to go, and it's not. And you gotta understand, it's not some people's fault about training. Sometimes work supersedes it. Like they're in Iraq and they can't shoot. They're on a ship and they're not on a ship that actually could do the rifle range while they're shooting things of that nature. So, with that being said, that's why some people didn't take it within 3 years or whatever. So, what you would do right here is say, so oldest to newest, and you say, sir, the people on the top, Captain America, you horrible. Let's make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Let's just make this like 150%. Oh, that's good. 196%. As you can see, you're like Captain America, you're a bad, bad boy. But when you do this, it says oldest to newest. Like, okay, these people really need to go. Okay, these people were just last year and they need to go, but some of these people are not going to get promoted anytime soon. It's not Captain America's fault he didn't get to the rifle range. It's his leaders because he's a PFC. He should have been a corporal by now. I mean, he only runs a PFT at a perfect 300 every time. All right, and you could like mess with this and change the colors like that. It's really easy. And if you don't like it like that, put that go to home. And you could put that perfectly centered and stuff like that, and switch it around so you could make a very nifty, very quickly spreadsheet for your bosses about just the things that they need to see when they want to say, okay, rifle score right now, we're about ready to go to Iraq. We need everybody that needs to get their rifle qualifications in because I don't want to go with anybody in Iraq that can't shoot. That was actually said. But that's another story. And this is my video for you. And I hope you enjoy it. And I hope it works out for you and you can use it someday in your future if you do anything with training. Like I said, I'm going to learn how to do something so I don't have to see the swims and don't needs. And I'm just going to add to this same exact Excel spreadsheet. All right. So you have a good one, and I'm going to turn you off. And there's no editing in this video. There's none because my desktop is gone. All right. See you later.